Will Grier is one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever lace them up for the West Virginia Mountaineers. And even though he played his last game in a Mountaineer uniform 4 years ago, he's still impacting the program today, and he's doing it on the recruiting trail. Let's talk about it. What is up, college sports fans, fellow members of Mountaineer Nation? This is Coos, and welcome to the Voice of College Football West Virginia channel. I asked if you haven't yet, please subscribe to this channel. Please give me the thumbs up button if you like this specific video right here. Please also check me out on my channel over at Coos' Corner. I'll put a link in the description box. Please check out all of Mark Rogers' other Voice of College Football channels. But I ask again, please subscribe to this channel here. Help us get to that 1,000 mark. Let's get on with the show. Yes, Will Grier played his last game in a Mountaineer uniform 4 years ago. But the long-term implications of him playing for this program could be huge. And it's because of the impact that his name and his connections are having, or could have, on the recruiting trail. How is that, you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. Will Grier's dad, Chad Grier, coaches high school football in Charlotte, North Carolina for a school called Providence Day. On that team are several FBS level and even Power 5 level recruits being recruited by schools all over the country, including West Virginia. Could West Virginia's connection to Grier open up a pipeline and help us get a lot of those guys? I'm going to touch on a few of the players that play there for him that West Virginia has offered. Just tell you a little bit about them. And then at the end, there's one really, really big name recruit that West Virginia is going after. What are our chances of getting them? I'll let you know what I think. Let's start out with an offensive lineman named David Sanders Jr. He's in the class of 2025, which makes him a freshman. He's 6'6", 250 pounds already as a freshman in high school. He was a freshman All-American. He's been recruited by schools like Michigan, Penn State, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida State, among many others. Next, we have defensive back Chris Peale. Chris Peale, 6'2", 185 pounds, fits that long defensive back that the Mountaineer staff's been looking for. He's a three-star recruit out of the class. He's a three-star recruit for the class of 2023. And according to his Twitter profile, he runs a 4.38 40-yard dash. That is blazing speed, y'all. 4.38. That would be a huge pickup for the Mountaineers to get that kind of speed in the defensive backfield. He's being offered by schools like Georgia, Auburn, Florida State, Virginia Tech, along with many others. Next, we have a four-star wide receiver named Jordan Shipp. Jordan Shipp is in the class of 2024. He's been offered by schools like NC State and Michigan, among several others. Another four-star receiver, Channing Goodwin, another class of 2024 recruit. Been offered by Louisville, Virginia Tech, Pitt, Wake Forest, Kentucky, NC State, Michigan, among many others. He was also recruited by Tony Washington, who is now West Virginia's wide receivers coach. Washington recruited Goodwin when he was coaching at Coastal Carolina. So hopefully that relationship will also help us to land this talented young man. And last but not least, the big-time recruit I spoke about early in the video, Jayden Davis. If you recognize that name, it's because Jayden Davis is the top quarterback right now in the class of 2024, and Rivals has him as the number 5 recruit overall in that class. Davis played in 9 games for Providence Day last season, threw for 1,732 yards and 14 touchdowns, also ran for 5 scores. He's being recruited by pretty much every big-name program in the country. Graham Harrell, as soon as he got to Morgantown, went after this young man. It was one of the first offers he made when he got to Morgantown. So apparently he really, really wants this guy, and apparently he feels like he can get him. He's going after the big fish. Go big or go home. It must be Harrell's philosophy because he's competing with the Blue Bloods for this young man. Can our relationship with Will Grier and Will Grier's dad help us land this young man among some of these others? In my opinion, it can definitely help us. Do I think we'd end up with Jayden Davis? I do not. I just think there's too many of the Blue Blood programs out there that can offer more as far as facilities. And now with NIL in the picture, he can probably make more NIL money at a larger program. So I think our chances of getting Jayden Davis are slim to none. But I do think we will be able to land at least one or two young men off of this team potentially because of our relationship with Grier. And I do know Grier still holds a special place in his heart for West Virginia. He came back this past weekend to be a guest for the Gold and Blue game. But we do have to be aware his relationship with Dana Holgorsen is also good. As you can see by the photo on the screen now, he still talks with Dana Holgorsen, still meets up with Dana Holgorsen. Will he push any recruits his way, or will Dana even go after any of the recruits from that school? It's yet to be determined. I don't remember seeing Houston's name pop up on any of these young men, but that doesn't mean that they haven't offered them necessarily. I just didn't see it. But, since Houston's going into the Big 12, they will be a Power 5 program probably by the time these young men get to college. So Dana Holgorsen could very well try to take advantage of his relationship with Will Grier to try to also get some of these young men away from some of these larger institutions. Well, guys, let me know in the comments section, what do you think? Do you think the Mountaineers have a good shot of getting some of these young men, especially Jadyn Davis? I want to hear your thoughts on it. And do you think Will Grier will push young men towards West Virginia, or do you think he's more likely to push young men and recruits towards Houston and Dana Holgorsen? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Let me know in the comment section. Also, a reminder, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to this channel. Please hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. Also, please subscribe to my personal channel, Couz's Corner, right here on YouTube. I cover West Virginia football, cover Big 12 football, and any major national storylines that might come across the wire. You'll see it on my channel at Couz's Corner. So please don't forget to subscribe there, here, and all of Mark's other channels. I really appreciate you tuning in. Until next time, Q Country Roads.